Go for the stars.
3, 2, 1.
This is the Produce Your Own Life podcast. Life is a script. It's time to write your story. Welcome your host, actor, director, producer, writer, and author of the recently released book, Shattered, A Journey Through the Pieces, the man who inspires millions through storytelling and interviews, the one, the only, Rodney Damon Collins.
Hey, happy Wednesday. Happy hump day to everybody out there. This is the Produce Your Own Life podcast. My name is Rodney. I am the host and creator of the show. I want to thank you all who subscribe, all the 11 countries, and well, actually 12 countries that now subscribe to the show. We appreciate your support as we continue to grow this TV show and tell great stories. I wonder how your week is going. We started out the week with people talking about Meghan and Harry and the royal family and all the other stuff. And I don't know how I really feel about that. I'm just keeping it real. I've never really been into the royal family that much. So I think it's sad what her and her family, what they have to go through and what they are going through. We'll see how that kind of situation, works its way out. But we also have the pandemic that's continuing, and people are getting vaccinated left and right all throughout the country. And hopefully we can get to the point where I think they said we need to be at 75% of the people in the United States, 70 to 75% need to be vaccinated before we can see some sense of normalcy. But it's not the normalcy that we're used to. It's going to be a different type of normalcy. I think certain things are here to stay. I think you might as well get used to this Zoom life because we'll be doing a whole lot of Zooming. I know as far as the entertainment industry, Zoom has definitely taken over. There are auditions and a lot of things that take place via Zoom right now. So we're learning to accept a new normal. And I think if we remember back in 1918, if you study your history, that at one point when there was a pandemic, things were going a certain way. But after the pandemic, things had to change and you had to come to a new normal. That's pretty much what we're looking at now. We're in a new normal. And I don't think it's bad. I think it's there's a lot of good that that can come from this. There's so many people who are just stuck on the way, having things the way it used to be. And I'm one who likes change. I think change is good. Change is something that forces us to grow. Excuse me. That's what I get for eating something before starting the show. Change is something that forces us to grow. But once again, this is the Produce Your Own Life podcast. I have a very special guest who's going to be coming on shortly, Amir White, who is an independent filmmaker. And he is producing a lot of new content, especially in the New York market. So we're going to be talking to him about his vision and what he plans on doing with his productions. Another thing, I had a pretty busy Monday and Tuesday. It was pretty cool. I was working on a project and I enjoyed that. But Monday I had a very frustrating day and I had to figure out how am I going to be the producer of my own life as a result of going through all this craziness on Monday. So I am not alone. When I talk to you guys about being the owner of your life and being in control for as much as you can control what's going on in your life, I am also not just a speaker of it, but I am also a listener. So I could say I am a subscriber too of that. So whatever else is going on in your life right now, feel free to share. We would love to know what's going on. And we are introducing the newer segments throughout the show. We won't have them today, but we are working on some new segments that we'll be bringing in. As well, we'll be bringing in more guests. We'll be going on a break in another 2 weeks. So we'll be going on. Hey, Billy, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I can see you. We will be going on a break. Our season 2 mid-season break will take place the second week in April, and we'll take a break for a few weeks as we retool and get ready to come back and finish season 2 of the Produce Your Own Life podcast. I can't believe that I'm already well over 100 episodes since we started this. Yeah, I'm wearing glasses today. I have to wear them sometimes when I'm on the computer. So looking at a computer a lot has forced me to have to start wearing glasses a little bit more. So yeah, but I don't have to wear them any other time. I wear them when I'm on the computer or if I'm reading. So how they look? Did it look okay? You know, have to throw them on. But I'm hoping my guest can arrive shortly. Let me see what's happening. I think he's clicking on the wrong thing. One moment, please. He's trying to join via Google. Um, it's on StreamYard. So hopefully he'll have that, and then we'll put him in. But oh, they look cool. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of think they make me look professor type. This is my professor look today. So that's what I'm enjoying right now. And once my guest comes in, we'll talk to him about his career and see what's going on and how he's inspiring people with his work. Let's see if it works for him because I think he was clicking on a different link. So once he comes in, we'll be good to go. All right, yeah, they do. Yeah, I do. I look like I'm getting ready to, do a lecture. So I can still take them off and I can see really well. But, just figured I'd help my eyes a little bit today. They felt a little tired. I had a couple of days working on set and was reading a lot, and my eyes feel a little tired today. So I figured I'd put my glasses on. So that's why I'm wearing them on the show. So, but this whole week has started off pretty interesting. We're at Wednesday, hump day, which to me, I don't really think about days of the week and be like, get excited because Friday to me, it's just another day. Saturday is just another day. Monday is just another day. When you work for yourself. Once a doctor told you to wear glasses. Yeah, he only wears them because he looks professional. Yeah, that is true. People do look at you differently when you wear glasses, and you can kind of come across a little differently. So I appreciate that. Let's see. Not on the app. Oh my goodness. Give me a moment. Let me respond back to this message. Let's see. I am going to resend this to him again and see if he can get it because we need him to go ahead and come in so we can get this thing going. There he is. All right, you can see. You can see. All right, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you. Can you hear me, Amir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna get this thing started. Everybody, once again, you are watching the Producer on Life podcast, and today I have a very special guest. He is an indie filmmaker, and he is killing the New York market, and he is becoming global with with his work and his stories. And his stories are inspired by his own personal life, which I really love about what his work, and I've had the chance to see some of his work. So, without further ado, why don't you show some love for my very special guest, Mr. Amir White? What's up, man?
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What's up, bro?
You, man, you. So, man, how's your week going? Because my week has been pretty hectic.
Just the kids tiring me out, but otherwise, I'm alright. I'm chilling, blessed.
The kids, how many kids you got?
I got three
Oh
boys.
yeah, oh yeah. So that's definitely busy, man. Three kids. You got what? Boys, girls?
They boys.
Oh, three boys. See, I have all brothers. It was three of us, and we drove our parents crazy.
Yeah.
So I know you got you working. So how's it going up there in New York? How's the weather?
I'm not in New York. I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm
Are you in
from
Pennsylvania?
born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Still go visit
Okay,
and stuff my family, but I'm in Pennsylvania.
you're in Pennsylvania right now.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's kind
nice
of
and
cold there
quiet.
though too, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's chilly.
So, man, let's go ahead and get into it, man. You are a filmmaker, and we had a chance to meet via Clubhouse, that app that is driving everybody crazy right now. People still trying to figure that app out. But you are a filmmaker, and a lot of your films are inspired by your own personal story, your personal life. When did you decide to become a filmmaker?
To be honest, I started out doing music first.
Okay,
I was doing music with a few well-known celebrities. I probably know their names. I ain't gonna name drop, but
that's cool.
I kind of felt like they was throwing me under the wing too much. Like
Hmm.
basically, I wasn't able to really showcase my talent, so I had
Yeah,
branched off, and like it seemed like everybody, like where I was from, everybody just started storming onto the music scenery, like music, music, music. I kind of was getting drowned out, so it was like, you know what? Let me just film a movie. I ain't really know what I was doing. You get what I'm saying? I learned how to
yeah,
edit music and things through studios, and I went on YouTube and Google and just shadowing certain people. I kind of took what I knew and created my first movie called Blood on the Streets, and that was like 2015, I believe it was. Even
yes.
with writing, like I wrote the whole thing by myself. I ain't even think I could do that, to be honest with you. Like something just jumped inside of me and was just like do it and finish it. I did it, finish it, and then like that movie like 4 million views now. So it all started when like 2015. But I always wanted to be an actor and stuff like that. That's where it really came from because I wanted to be an actor. I ain't had the money, the resources. I ain't had the connections. I knew I wouldn't be able to get on TV. You know what I mean? Just knowing where I'm from, I knew it
Hmm.
was going to be a challenge. So I just said, yo, make your own movie for your own self in your own movie. So that's how that came about. Then like after the first movie was like a success, everybody just kept wanting more and more. Yo, what part two at? What part three at? What this at? What this? So I just kept going. Yeah.
And I love the fact that you made the choice that you got to own your career, man. So many people I know want to work in the industry, and everybody's waiting for Hollywood to give you permission to work. And I don't frown on auditions or anything like that, but if a person just puts all their hope in, getting somebody seeing them, man, they can set themselves up for a whole lot of disappointment, man. And you said your first movie had 4 million views.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of TV shows don't get 4 million 4 million viewers, man.
I'm
That's
blessed.
hot. Yeah. Yeah. Now, when this came out, like after that happened, like, and you decided to make another movie, did that started getting some more people's attention? Is that what happened?
Yeah, basically, I put the movie because when I was doing like music and stuff like that, I had my YouTube channel for a little very long time, and my music wasn't even going over like 1,000, like
Yeah.
1,500. It wasn't really doing so good. Like, and I'm talking about months. I put the movie out like like few hours, like a day. It was just
Oh wow.
ringing like 2,000 views. I'll wake up the next day, 4,000 views. I'll wake up the next day, 10,000 views. It was just going crazy. So I'm like, oh shoot, like this what people want to see. They rather see me act than to hear me, do music and stuff like that. So I was like, no, that's what we gonna do then. If that's what's working right now, that's what we gonna do. And I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with the response. Plus the people. It's really the people because, your movie not gonna do what it do if the people not gonna watch it, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
once I seen that it was pleasing the people, I just kept it going. They kept asking for more and more and more and more. So I just kept going.
Nah, I love that, man, because I hear a lot of people use the excuse too, like I don't have money, I don't have this, I don't have that. I ain't heard you once say I couldn't do it because I didn't have it.
Yeah.
You gave the circumstance, but you was like, I'm still gonna make it happen.
I don't. You could curse on here or not?
Oh no, no, I try to keep it clean because kids who
Yeah.
watch too,
Nah, that's cool. I don't
yeah.
curse much, but I ain't have shit.
And I'll
But
put it explicit on there. Go ahead and say what you gotta say.
nah, that was it. I just wanted to
Yeah,
say that I ain't have
yeah,
shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it ain't all. You just gotta, use what you got. You gotta look around. You know what I mean? And closed mouth don't get fed. So you just gotta ask for help, ask for questions. Things like that. Like I had help. You know what I mean? Like you can't do a movie without help. So I wouldn't come up and act selfish. Like I ain't have help. But far as doing a lot by myself, I did a lot. I did a lot by myself. But I had to ask questions. I had to, yo, could I use this? Could I do that? Could I borrow this? Could I, you know what I'm saying? You gotta ask.
And people are more apt to help when they see somebody taking ownership and doing.
Yeah,
Instead
yep,
of somebody saying, you know, I can't. But they saw you working. They was like, yo, let's help this brother out. That's what happened.
yeah.
You know, who would you say is one of your biggest influences with, you know, your film production? I know
Uh,
you're working into TV series too. You got some stuff you're working on. I know
my
that.
biggest influence, like my
Yeah, you still here. We got you.
we still here. You got me.
Yeah, we got you.
I had got a call. My bad. My biggest influence is my kids, my family. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah, but far as like if you want to talk about like filmmakers and stuff like that, like basically a lot of black filmmakers, uh, John Singleton, um, Ice Cube,
Yeah.
uh, Tyler Perry, Spike
Uh-huh.
Lee, the regulars, the dope. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I don't have a
But my
problem with
kids,
that.
my family, my
Yeah.
kid, my family, like before anybody, before Spike Lee, before Ice, before anybody, like, cause I don't even know them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Before anybody, my kids, my family is why I go hard like that. You know what I mean? They the
That's
reason
why.
I go hard. You
You
know?
know, I respect that big time. When we talked on the phone a couple months ago, I had so much respect for you because that's pretty much what drives me is my family. You know, I have other people outside of my family that I, you know, look up to, but just like I said, I don't know them personally. The people in my house, man,
Yeah,
they're the ones that drive me to want to succeed.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was trying to think like when you put together your stories, what takeaways do you want the audience to have after they've watched your films?
I'm sorry, say that again. I only heard a little bit.
Okay, what takeaways do you want the audience to have? Like when they go see, when they watch your movies, they sitting there watching it, movie theater or streaming, wherever they're gonna be watching it. What do you want them to take away after seeing it?
I really I want them to get the message for real because it's like I told you, where I'm from, I ain't really had much when I started doing the film. So it's like, don't let nobody tell you you can't, because I got that a lot too. Like, yo, you want to do a what? A movie? Mind you, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from the Star. I'm just a couple blocks from Jay-Z. I'm a couple blocks from Biggie. You understand what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So it's like a movie we talking about. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know about the whole movie thing. I'm still learning. So far as shorts and stuff, people doing shorts now, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. I did a whole full feature film, like my first movie, all by myself. And what
yeah,
you know what I mean about all by myself? Writing,
yes,
the shooting, the directing, the editing. I did all that myself. You get what I'm saying? Acting in it. Obviously, when I act in it, of course, I need somebody to hold a camera. I was getting anybody to hold a camera. My grandmother, my sisters, my brothers, strangers outside. Yeah, I grab a
yeah,
stranger. I grab a stranger right off the street coming off the bus. Oh, excuse me, can I get like 10? Could you do this for me? I don't got no help. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, I got help, so don't make me say I didn't get help. As far as like, the large percentage of it, I did it myself. So I got like, you're not gonna do it. You can't do it. You won't complete it. It's just a bunch of that. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody tell you can't do it. Don't
yes,
never give up. You can't quit. It's been times where I wanted to give up too. Like it's been times where I literally was going back in the house with my camera and my bag full of stuff and just crying because I couldn't complete the scene.
hmm
Somebody left. Somebody they just sometimes a lot of people around you not gonna be as motivated as you. They're not gonna see the same dream you see and things like that. So
right,
you gotta take the good with the bad sometimes. Sometimes it's gonna be some tough days and I just took all them there and I just got back up. You just can't quit, put it like that. You can't give up. So never give up. But basically I want people to know that the messages that I be putting in my films is like, I overcame a lot of obstacles. And
yes,
when I put certain scenes in my movie, they be real life situations, things that I've been through, things that I actually seen up close and
yeah,
personal. So I'm letting them know like how to get over it or how to
yeah,
bypass it. Like you might see something going like, yo, look, walk the other way. Or, if you get into this how you can fix that, you know what I mean? Because I've done it, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
those be the little messages I be trying to send out with my films.
man. I love that, man. I man, your personal story to me is the most important thing that you have. That's the most important weapon in an arsenal. you know, when you want to get out, especially work in this industry, like I'm an author, I found that people are more intrigued by just knowing about who you are, and so you telling it through your stories. And I know you getting like young Ma is working with you, and I think you even had I don't know if you had a conversation with 50 Cent or something, like it caught his attention, some of your work. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah. What I did was with the 50 Cent situation, like I always liked him, you know what I mean, young, coming up in the streets, like similar things. Like his mom was murdered, my mom was murdered.
Hmm.
He grew up with his grandparents. I grew up with my grandparents. He got shot up. I got shot up. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a lot of similarities. That's why I like him so much. But as far as business, he had he had what show was that for? It was for BMF, I think it was. Yeah, it was something like that. This was like a year ago, sometime, probably maybe even 2 years. I don't really remember, but it was like take these sides and get your little phone and do
Hmm.
this little sides and send the submissions in or whatever. My niece, I call her my daughter because I always had her. She was a baby. My daughter
Yeah.
come in the room. I'm laying down in the bed. Yeah, I had got shot up and all that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even feeling too good. I'm like, I ain't moving. You know what I'm saying? She came in. She like, yo, look on 50 Cent joint and all that. Cause I don't be watching people Instagrams and nothing either. Like once in a blue. So she came in. She like, yo, you ain't see this? I'm like, nah, what's that? She showed it to me. She like, yo, go do this. Go do this. Submit yourself. I'm like, I ain't messing with that shit, man. Them niggas. Like, cause I'm from Brooklyn, you get what I'm saying? Like I said, we don't got much over here. Like niggas don't help us. So it's like, I mean, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like
She like,
whatever.
you mad crazy. Like, yeah, I'm like, whatever, I'm not doing. I'm not getting on my bed, wasting my time. Them niggas don't overlook me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, that's what they do. They just, I just keep going hard and niggas just see me one day. She like, nah, you stupid. She cursing me out for real. She young. She not really cursing me out, but she like, yo, you stupid. You bugging. I thought you like him. And I'm like, yeah, but this shit don't, yeah. I'm like, yeah, but this shit don't mean I'm not getting on my bed for this nigga. Like, she like, come on, just do it. My other little nephew come in like, yo, you ain't gonna do it, you bugging. She like, nah, you gotta get up now and do it. I'm telling you. I only did it for her. I promise you, I
Yeah.
only did it for just to make her smile. I'm like, yo, you
And,
know what? Let me see this shit real quick. I looked up the size and all that. I started rehearsing, looking it up. And all of a sudden, I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm not using my phone. I said, you know what? I said, I'm gonna take this script and I'm gonna shoot it like it's my movie. I'm gonna make it a scene like it's my shit. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, we're going outside. I shot it like that, like it was a movie, like my movie. I took the script, shot it, and then I sent it in. Whew. Next thing you know, niggas hitting me up. Yo, look, 50 liked the shit. I want to put it up on the Instagram. I was the first nigga he put up on the Instagram. Once he put my shit up, I had everybody doing they shit like a movie scene. And like I had niggas all over the world getting up with their camera crew. Like, yo, we gonna shoot it like a movie. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't do
yeah.
the little phone. I ain't do the phone with the little background and just, I ain't do all of that. I took that
That
shit
ain't
like it
you.
was my movie. Cause I was bored. Yeah, that ain't me. Like I like to get busy. Like I don't do that. I get busy. I make my own movie. So it's like I'm gonna just do this shit like a movie, and that's how that happened. You know what I'm saying? Then one of his
Man.
peoples too, like at This Is 50, they always was reaching out to me, like playing my music up on the site and all that. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It was some type of connection too. Plus, I've been around him before, like in my hood with Mano. I used to be around this rapper named Mano and all that. So they used to always come through my hood, him and Tony A and them. I used to be around, but I used to be just, quiet in the background, just paying attention, watching. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I love that about you though, man, because you real. And you the type of brother that people will be like, "Oh, I don't know," and the next you know, look at you, you blown up and you all over the place, and you already
Yeah,
doing it
yeah,
because you're not trying to follow nobody else's pattern. You like, man, I'm original. I'm original. This is what you get,
yeah.
and I respect that, man, because in this industry, man, you got way too many phonies. You got way too many people who ain't real. Everybody putting on facades, trying to be like somebody. It's like, no, be you. And your doors are open being you. Don't be nobody else. I respect that, man. And like my whole show is about this. Produce your own life. It's about people owning they taking personal accountability for who they are. And that's what you do, man. That's why I had to have you on here and talk about, your projects and everything else you do. So like, yeah, I have a lot of
Thank you. I
respect.
appreciate it.
Yeah, because we had just a real, just candid conversation, and you don't get a lot of that. You don't. And you get a lot of people saying what they gonna do, and then years later, it still ain't done nothing. You are moving in silence, and the next, boom, this pops up. That's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it.
Hopefully, I hope things work out in my favor. I try to stay humble. I try not to, I try to do I try to do as much as I could. Put it like that. Try not to overdo it. I
Yeah.
try not to talk too much. You know what I mean? I just try to, work. I just like to work. Put it like that. I just like to work, bro. And I feel my work talk for itself. You know what I mean?
Now I have a question because you said you didn't know how to do any filming. Like, did you watch like YouTube videos, or you just started grabbing stuff and just like, okay, let me see how to just do this? Like, how did that
Like
happen?
I always, like we watch films like my family. Like we
Yeah.
watch mad films. Like my grandma's had like see this old school stuff. Like my grandma's had like cause she had like a den. I don't know if a lot of people familiar with a den, but it was like a room and
Uh
and,
huh.
and like nobody sleeping in no bed. It's just like an entertainment room. And she had like big shelves, put it like that, big shelves filled with movie tapes, like the VCR tapes, cassettes, like the good ones, like the color
Yeah.
uh, covers and stuff like that. So we used to just sit in the den and we used to watch every movie. Like I ain't care what it was. Like I go, like I'm 32 years old. Excuse me. So I'm talking about I went back to like movies like Coolie High and things of that nature. I'm all the way from back then to now. So I always watch like patterns and shots and me and my sister used to watch like little stunt men's how where they change, we was like, yo, this nigga got an afro, like they, you know what I'm saying? So we always paid attention to details and stuff like that. But far as me creating my own movie, like yeah, like I only learned from YouTube the technical stuff, like you'll go to
Yeah.
school for, like color correction and how to chop this and all that. Like basically it was just little stuff, but I already had in my mind how I want things to go. That's why I like editing. I love it, and it's so easy to me because I know exactly what I want to see, what I want. So
Hmm.
it wasn't too much to really learn, you know what I'm saying? And then the music, I used to engineer my own music. I had my own studio since I was like 15 years old. I had
Oh wow.
saved up a little bit of money, and I built my own stuff because it was like my next door neighbors, like they was in another building from me,
Hmm.
and they had the little studio in their crib, and I thought that was dope. I'm like, yo, I could come in, I could actually record, or like that's what I'm saying. Like when I work hard. You get what I'm saying? Like I like to
Yeah.
do it all day. So when I was doing music, I would want to do it all day, and basically it's somebody's crib. You get what I'm saying? But I felt they was
Yes.
acting funny because I was using their shit more than them. And they kind of, I felt like, yeah, I was getting better at my craft every day, and they was kind of getting jealous. So one day they was like, nah, man, no studio today. It's quiet. So I'm
Mm.
walking to the store one day. I went to their window and I seen them in there recording after you just told me no studio today. So that right there, I'm like, oh, y'all niggas not messing with me. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I was crying. Like I ain't gonna front anything coming my path of working. I get real emotional because I take it serious. I was
Me
crying. I'm
too.
like, oh, why would they do? Yeah, I'm like, oh, why would they do me like that? Like I'm a good person. Like what the like, yeah, I want some money, whatever it is. I need to get in here. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm writing. I'm doing shit all day. So from that point on, I'm like, yo, I started going to other studios, paying to go to other studios, but I'm shadowing them, like how to do this, how to do that, how much this costs, that costs. So I just started putting my own little money since I built my own studio. So I knew how to
Wow.
engineer, so I knew how to chop and screw and you know what I'm saying? So it's like it still take time. You gotta learn these things, but I kinda learned it. It's like God set it up for me kinda, because I kinda learned a lot of stuff on the way before I say, yo, let me do the films. And once I did the film, it was kind of easy. It's just hard actually getting it. Basically, like when you're a nigga from the hood like me and you not orchestrated, like everything ain't set up right. It's kind of hard getting them shots and scenes. Now you know how these studios and these production companies, everything's set up because they got a team. They got somebody for this.
Yeah.
They got somebody for that. It's just me trying to put it in everybody else. Hey, yo, do this part, do this for me, guy. So that's the only hard part is actually going to scene and getting it done with a
Yes.
bunch of people. Because even
Right.
in music is different. I could do a song right now and I could email it to you and be
Yeah.
like, yo, bro, jump on this. You could jump on it later, send it back. We could send it back to you. We could send it to Biggie. We could send it to Pac. Let them, you get what I'm saying? And we all have
Yeah.
a track done. With filming, you all gotta be right there, whoever in the scene. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So that's hard too because you taking people, a lot of people got lives too, like working and kids and just some niggas just want to smoke and drink and just sit around and do nothing. But you know what I'm saying? That's the only
That's
part
true.
that's really hard. Like,
Well, man, I just like when I think about everything that you've gone through, I'm just like, man, he just starting. I'm like, paint a little picture for us. What's the next couple of years looking like for you? You know, I know you got some stuff in the works. So, you know,
I
sent me some
mean,
stuff.
like it's whatever God want it to
Okay.
look like for me. But as
All right.
far as if it ain't got nothing to do with God, if it was up to me, I'd be on top, man, blowing past the big dogs. You get what I'm saying? Because I got
Yeah.
like yeah, like you see the thing like Tyler Perry did. I don't know what he did actually. I don't know the actual details. I don't know if you saved up your own money. I don't know if you partner with people, make money, get money from here, and then build a studio. But
Right.
like that's what I've been doing my whole life. Like so that's something I would have did what I was seeing him do it. Like you understand what I'm saying? That's what I
Yes.
would have just been saving. And I brought you want to know why? Because that's what I love to do. I like to keep making films. That's why the name of my thing is called A Million Films. Because even
Yes.
when I die, like I want to teach my kids how to, come like I want y'all to do what y'all want to do. But I never had a father in my life, nobody to show me nothing. So,
Mhm.
I want to show them. I want to like, yo, look, this is fun. This is cool. This is what you know what I mean? Look what
Right.
your father done built. So whether they want it or not, like it's there. I want it to be there for them. But that's why I put A Million Films because I wanted to keep going. Like a million
Yeah.
films. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
right now,
love
this like my motivation too. Like I don't know if y'all can see it. Like
the
that's my
posters.
film right here too. It's called Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Love Don't Last Forever. That's my film right here. This my little theater. That's my films all across. I come in here and I just,
All right. I
go and
love
I
it,
blow them.
man. Hey,
You know?
thanks for showing it to us. Thanks for showing it to everybody.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dang, but that's what it's about, though, man. You really do. And I love the fact that you're building a legacy and you breaking curses. You said a very important fact. You said your father, you didn't have him like you are there for your kids. You breaking curses right now because now you're creating a generational thing that you want to pass on. And I guarantee one of your sons is gonna jump on it.
Oh yeah,
Somebody's gonna jump on
definitely.
it. If not all
Yeah.
of them, they're gonna take to it because that's what we want. We want somebody to build a legacy that we can walk into and be like, okay, let me help continue what my father did. So man, I respect you for that. I really do. That's the way I work. My son is the producer on this podcast right now. He's the one who put you in, like when you logged in, he's the one who put you in. He's sitting online watching us. And he just
Tell him I
graduated
said
from
what's
school.
up. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah, he's a good dude. And he's working in the industry too now. So I'm doing the same thing you're doing. I'm like, whatever I do, I want to leave for him and then my
Yeah,
grandkids and
yeah.
stuff like that. That's how I look at it. I want to change my family's history. So I'm
Heck
right
yeah.
with you.
Heck yeah.
So man, I have a whole lot of respect for you, man. I was like, now's your time. If you want to share some projects, you want people to go to your YouTube channel, your IG, whatever to stay up with you. Right now, go ahead and drop it right now. My son, he'll actually put it in the comments too, so everybody will know how to stay up with it too.
Yeah, my name is Amir White. It's spelled how it's spelled down there. The production company is called A Million Films. It's just put an A in front of million, but it's together, A Million Films. And you could just Google that, or you could put it in YouTube, or if you want to get a little specific. I got the movie trilogy is called Blood on the Streets, and I got a joint called Best Friend of Means. I got a few joints, but those like the two ones that be hitting like
You-
the most. So, cause yeah, it's like urban and stuff. People like the
yeah,
violence and shit like that. It's crazy, but then
but you
those
said that was
joints
part
right
of your
there.
life.
And my Instagram is yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was saying,
That's what I
but you're
know.
being
Like
real
you
because you're saying
understand what I'm
that you've
saying? Like
seen it. Yeah.
yeah, I do romantic, I do comedy films. I can do anything. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
Like I feel like I specialize in like that drama and that crime. I grew up around that toxic stuff, so it's like, I could give it to you. I could give it to you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the
Well, we looking
Instagram
for
is
a
about to
romantic
see your
comedy
truth.
from you. We looking for a romantic comedy from you too. So you got to give us something.
Oh, for
And
real?
yeah. Give us a romantic comedy too. Give us,
You
'cause
seen
I know
you
you
seen the
have.
Pudgy movie?
I didn't get you to see it all because I've been
Yeah,
when I got the link, I've been busy all day. So
yeah.
I ain't
Check that out
past
when you get
3 days.
a chance. It's called the
I
Pudgy
will. I
movie.
will.
It got design in it. Kanye West artist. I don't know if he's
Uh,
still signed to Kanye West, but yeah, Kanye West artist designers in that joint right there. You know what I'm saying? He come from my hood too. You know what I mean? Yeah.
man, see, that's the respect. You have a lot of respect because people are coming around you because they see you grinding and they see you building your platform. I
Yeah,
love what
yeah.
Tyler
Them
Perry
niggas
once
know
said.
me though.
Go ahead.
Nah, you can tell. I was just saying, like, anybody that be in my field and stuff, like, they know me or they just be catching a vibe and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah,
I ain't even pay none of them. I ain't had no money to pay none of them. Like I said, closed mouth don't get fed. You gotta just talk to them and a nigga fill you out and give you a shot. So shout out to like designer, young Ameir, a few
yeah.
people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We'll make sure
that's
we
all
shout them
good.
out too for you, man. And we gonna continue to follow your story because you and I gonna continue to stay in touch, man. I follow you and I support your career. I love supporting another
Thank
brother's
you,
work.
man.
You real,
Thank you, man.
and our conversations just we talk business, but I could tell we vibed a little bit, and I appreciate that. So, but I will
Yeah,
be in touch.
before we got on here,
Yeah,
like, yeah, our conversations, I appreciate you kicking it with me and teaching me things and taking the time out to listen to me. That's another reason why I jumped on here, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm burnt out right now. Look, I'm married, right? So I'm supposed to be upstairs, but I'm down here. Look at the bed right here. You see the little bed? I had to come crash out real quick. Yeah, and I'm like,
yeah,
yo, I gotta get on this joint. When you text me back, because I kept checking. I'm like, yo, I hope he cancel it again. I hope he cancel it. But like, I know how it is to do business. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't
yeah,
like this. What I'm trying to tell you. Remember, I told you in time I done cried. So like, why would I do that to you if I don't want it to be done to me? You understand what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah.
yo, let me get up. Like I got up so like right after you hit, I'm like, yo, let me get up. I ain't even brush my teeth. I ain't even go to brush my teeth. I'm choking
Hey,
you with a
it's
hot
real.
breath right now.
Hey, that's the beauty of this technology, man. I don't have to smell nothing.
You don't want to smell this.
But man, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna thank you very much for taking some time out today to show me some love and come on and let everybody get to know your story. I'm gonna have the podcast out there so everybody will be able to listen to it. You'll get a copy of this video. Whatever you want to do with the video, you'll get a copy of it. And but we gonna continue to stay in
Yeah.
touch as we build and we impact this industry, man. It's time. It's our time. So you are what we looking for. You real. You bringing real stories, and this is what I love. This is what I love. I was like, so once
Mm.
again, I want to thank you very much for being a guest on my show. And I always close out with allowing my guests to give like one little line, a little one liner or something, just to encourage the people. So like, what would you tell somebody, as far as like how are you just like maintaining and doing everything? What's driving you? What's keeping you going every day? You know, what would you share with them?
Like I told you, man, like it's already in me. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
something that's already in me. But my kids is what make, because I want to be a role. Like I said, I ain't never had no father. I want to be a role model to them. I want them to look up to some, like, other
yeah,
than these superheroes that they create with pen and paper. You get what I'm saying? You gotta
yeah.
have that superhero at home. You understand? And before the police
Yes.
took my mom from me, like, she was my superhero. She
Mm,
did everything. So the only thing I could say to people is, whatever you feel you could do it. If you feel you could fly, like not even to say it like that. Like, you see, we got helicopters, we got planes. We ain't had that at one time. Somebody said to themselves, "Yo, we could fly." They built it. If you feel you could fly, homie, take a shot at it. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? you're gonna fail a few times before things even start to work out. So never be afraid. You just can't fear nothing. That's what it is. Like, and
Yeah.
being that I was put in a situation like say that I was at, like, where I'm from, it's
Yes.
really like, it take all the fear out of you. So you just can't really fear now. You just gotta do what you want to do. Don't listen to what other people gonna criticize you, whether it's good or bad.
That's
That's just
fact.
what people do. Oh, that's good, that's bad. Oh, I like his outfit, I don't like his outfit. You could have $2,000 shoes on. Some people, oh, I like those 2,000. Oh, those $2,000 shoes ugly. Stop doing it for people. Just start with yourself first. Do it for you, your
Mm,
family, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll just catch on. Like, you know what I'm
that's real. That's the realest thing, man. And I appreciate that. I don't even have nothing else to say after that because that's what it's about.
saying?
It really
Me
is.
neither.
No fear, no
Yeah.
fear. So, man, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get back to your family, and you can tell them thank you. That I said thank you for like lending you to me for about half hour to be on the show, and I will be staying up with you.
No
And
doubt.
who knows what life does,
Of
but
course.
our paths didn't cross by accident. That's how I look at it. So I
Yeah.
tell everybody,
I
life is a
appreciate you
script.
too and your
Oh man,
platform.
it's real love. It's real love. And I tell everybody as I close
I
out, life is a
appreciate you and your
script.
platform.
Time to write yours. So we're gonna go ahead and get out the studio real quick. And Joe, you can hit it real
All right.
quick.
Thank you for listening and watching the Produce Your Own Life podcast with Rodney Damon Collins. Be sure to rate, like, subscribe, and share on all podcast and social media platforms. If you have questions or would like to be a guest on the show, feel free to reach out to us anytime at produceyourownlifetv@gmail.com. Remember, life is a script. It's time to write your story. Until next time, produce your own life.